I'm gonna do differently. We don't have a topic, Lurian. Welcome. Good morning. So
Good
we're gonna
morning.
find out a topic right away. Okay, let's see how it goes. Don't have a topic. And yeah, my eyes are not so good right now. So let's start with the presentations, and then I'm gonna bring up a topic so we can discuss. Okay. So let's start with the presentations. It's me live on YouTube. So, Lurian, can you start telling about yourself, or if you have any idea of what you want to talk about, just bring it up, and then we start from there.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm Luria. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 34 years old. Today is the last day that Philip is doing this a kind of special immersions from 6 a.m. I participate of all the immersions, so I'm really happy because of that. I think, like Philip said in the beginning, the meaning of to do that is to start the day with like immersion, like early and after do some sports or exercise yourself and try to start the day with kind of productivity. I think, and I'm feeling that too. I I know there is a saying that if you do the same thing for 21 days, you can can transform this in a routine, right? Because your body, your mind will adapt to do that. And I was impressive because in the first week, I just need to use the alarm every day, and the second week and this week it was easy. Like of course I put the alarm, but at the same time my mind, was like it was like usual now for me wake up in this hour. So it was not that hard like in the first week. I never was a person who like it to wake up early. Actually, I'm a night person. We talk all the time about early birds, and I'm a night owl. And but in my case, because of the studies, was necessary to do this in the morning, to do other things in the night, to enjoy the other parts of my life in the night. So I'm really happy I could do like I did it. And thank you, Philip, and thank you, Daphne. Tainata was here with me. I
Yeah,
think almost every day. So that's it.
yeah. I guess there's a couple of things we can talk about, especially about projects we start and finish. Like yeah, we are gonna still be running the 6 a.m. meetings in June. But it's achievement um to have reached this milestone of one pretty much a month having conversations at 6 a.m. Even though Fridays are the days that I'm more tired than the others, it's becoming more natural to wake up. So yesterday I was really tired. I stopped working at almost 11, and then today it was like, oh, I know that I need to wake up, and then I I'm here. So I think there are a couple of things we can talk about, projects and things we are pursuing, you know. Um, and yeah, Daphne, what can you talk about yourself today after a month? Uh, I know it's not 6 a.m. for you, but doesn't matter. You're here every day, so how's it been?
Yeah, my name is. is Daphne. I'm 29 years old. Um, if I'm not wrong, I participated this week with Luria and another participating. Yeah, I like to technology, take care of animals, take care of people, and having a routine with purpose.
And have you seen any? How is it to for you to join and attend these meetings every day?
I enjoy it. Sometimes it's challenge because the lace is strong than me, but I think how important is to learn a new language, especially English. Um, and I find with my negative thoughts, but I like so much. I have fun. In the same time, I learn English with you.
Yeah, I think the goal is really to learn English, and I guess we are learning more than that, at least for me. Um, can you share what you have been learning this month, like joining these meetings? What else than English you have been learning?
Yes, here I feel comfortable because, as you know, I live in abroad, and when I gonna speak with native, I feel more freezing, and I can't to continue the conversation. And here I feel more confident because the people not correct me and not judge me. And this way I feel that I build my confidence. I feel more strong and more brave to speak with native speakers or to try speak more with in English. I think I think it's very important for me to be here because this way I strengthened my self-esteem and my confidence.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard for me to explain and tell people why we don't correct in the immersions. It's not usual to have that, you know. I don't see any other place doing that, even places, free apps or places where people have conversations. Usually they are expecting someone to correct and they ask for corrections. So in here, it's really it's not allowed to correct each other because it's a place where people need to feel free, to feel secure, to feel comfortable, to express their ideas. And by the time you use the language, you practice and you listen to other people speaking, you start learning. Um, and I've seen lots and lots of people developing themselves in the long term here on Talk and Talk, especially those who are joining the immersions a lot. So it's been um, it's been interesting to see that. And I have a question for Ludian. Um, related to this, what we are talking. And by the way, Talk and Talk started like this. No topic. We just like start the introductions and then we go ahead with the flow. Uh, it's more difficult, of course, because the host needs to be really immersed and try to figure out questions. Um, and my question to you, Lurian, is the following. What are the projects you have been trying to work on that you haven't started or you haven't finished yet? Do you have any? Like we started a new project somehow, like 6 a.m. meetings every day, this and that. Do you have anything related that you can share, you can bring up for us?
Yes. First, let me just to comment about something I really like here about you said about we don't correct anyone, and I'm really like this. Like yesterday, I told about a experience that I had in my past. It was really bad, but after all this no correction thing here became a new thing for me, and I think for everyone, because since we participate of the immersions in the most of time in the same hour, like we have a little group of colleagues here. The
Yeah.
groups sometimes I said, oh my god, maybe I will never see you, no, in personal, but you became more like, oh, the group of 7 a.m., the group of 8 a.m., and that's it. And sometimes we don't care anymore about corrections, you know? We don't care anymore about sometimes, oh, Luria, do you remember how I can say that? Or sometimes I ask, oh, Christian, you remember about this word? I forgot, you know? Because we just are comfortable now about ourselves, you know, in the immersions. So in the I remember the first one and the second one, since I didn't know anyone, of course I don't want anyone correct me, but now I don't think they are correct me anymore, they are helping me. So this is a, it's a good thing about this correction uh, feeling about I don't like, but I don't think I don't feel this anymore, at least not with the people I know here.
Yeah, it gets
uh,
comfortable, right?
yes, yes, so it's really nice. So about the projects that I haven't finished, uh, I have a one is a basic thing, but I it's funny because I started to prepare everything in my balcony here. That is doing more exercise. Every after pandemic, I started a new routine in my life because of I was totally lost. You know, after pandemic, I was eating really bad. I was like midnight. I was eating like a pasta. You know, a big plate of pasta. I was not doing exercise, and I changed this in my life. For 2 years, I did exercise every day. I changed my the food I was eating. Like I was really proud of myself. But because of my new routine, I'm trying to move for another apartment house. It was something like more personal, like I have someone new in my life. I lose this, and I really want to come back, you know, to this routine, to this Luria who I was. And now I have a new uh, uh, I can say a new activity that is a study too. So I need to adapt. Now looks like exercise doesn't fit anymore to my routine. So this week, last week, and this week, I don't have space in my house to do exercise. I don't have space to a room at least for to do the immersions. You know, I'm doing everything in my room. So I'm trying to have space to find some kind of space because it's really hard when you don't have a space for yourself for do things just like natural thing. And I'm trying to find a space here in the balcony. It's not a balcony, but a kind of. I put the tools that I use to exercise, my matless, my way, my I don't know the name. I forgot the name for this, but the tools I use to exercise, the weights.
Yeah.
I prepare everything there. Like I'm feeling that I start to do from the beginning to prepare the terrain, you know, the for everything. but it's something in my heart and my mind. Always I'm preparing. There are 2 years that I'm preparing, but in the last weeks, I did something, I put something, I took something out of the box because all this was in the box. I changed it of my for another house. It was 2 years ago. I changed it. I move it. Sorry, I move it, and I have a lot of things in the box even today. So looks like my life is inside of the box, a lot of box for 2 years. So I this week I saw this a little change. I start to take my life inside of the box, and it was because of that, because of exercise, because I really want to start this right now, and I'm preparing for that.
Luria, what exercise is your favorite
What? My favorite
exercise?
exercise?
Yeah, to
Oh,
go to the gym and take weight,
no,
or
no, no.
just
I
run?
don't like. I don't like. This is my problem. I don't like to go to the gym. It's really boring. So what I did in the past, I did functional exercises. The videos that you watch on YouTube, and you just repeat the. Because for my body is better. I really need some kind of to burn all the carb, all the fat. So normally this is like when you go to the gym and you do like some kind of dances. This is my favorite ones.
Like a Zumba dance.
Zumba, yes, I did Zumba in the past. I like something more fun, I don't like to just go to the a place and to take like some weights. Dun, dun, dun. I like something more funny or something in group. Like I start to run, for example, every week. But it's just once per week, and I need more. So I'm trying to adapt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
And
me.
I
Yes.
have a question for you. Like Luria mentioned this thing about group and etc. Do you believe like any project, any activity, anything you are doing, like learning a language, exercising, saving money, um, I don't know, developing a new project, is it easier to do in group instead of just doing by yourself? Daphne, how is it for you? Is it better in group, like just yourself?
Yeah, it's depend of group. The team need to be kind and think each others. Avoid to be selfish. Yeah, but here, for example, I'm feel more motivated to enter here because I know I'm gonna find many people, and the here the community are so open and friendly. I think it's more easy to achieve the goals when you have the support, good friends, good teams. It's very important.
Do you have anyone in here on Talk and Talk that you don't need to mention names, but just if there is or there is not, like a person or more than one person that you feel like, oh, I like talking to this person. It's nice to join this meeting when this person is around. It helps me to not feel insecure about my English. Do you have something about that?
Yeah, I like you. I like the Bruna. Bruna, it's a long time I didn't see here.
Bruna Shintaku?
Bruna Shitako, she's so
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Uh,
she's focused on French now.
okay, French, it's amazing. And I like it, the Epimenondas.
É, Epiman, call him Nondas.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
difficult name.
it's easier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting because the idea is pretty much like that. I hear from other people, oh, this host I don't like too much, and another person says the opposite, and then I find myself like, um, because people come to me and say a lot of things about the community, like pretty much every day, and I hear that, and I realize that I don't need to do anything. I don't need to correct or, or change anything. I just let people, be themselves. And there are gonna be hosts that you join and you don't like too much. Other hosts you're gonna enjoy too much. The topic or the person itself. So it really depends. And I think there's no right or wrong answer for the complaints that people bring sometimes. So I think it's like finding, like, there are a lot of gyms, there are a lot of therapists. Which is the best? Like, you just need to try it out. So we are not here to be the best platform. We're not here to be like the best place to learn, but we are here to be a place where you feel comfortable to be here, to stay and to keep going and to, thrive and do things in order to learn.
Yeah.
And Lurian, oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, just in one question. Does it bother you to hear people learn English?
No,
No?
what bothers me the most about the community is when people they are not empathetic about the community itself,
Mm-hmm.
because they just I want this, I need this, oh, this host, oh, this person, and this and that, and or they are not patient enough about their process. They just need something quick. And sometimes I see people like, oh, they pay like, especially when they pay. I had like a student that she was like around for 2 or 3 years just watching YouTube videos, and she has no money, so she's really saving a lot, and I understand that, and I just helped somehow, like, oh, you can join the community and this under these conditions, like paying less. And once more, I regret it, because the person is paying like, I don't even know how to say that in English, like, but it's really a small amount of money per month. But it's the person who attacks the most, and replied me back that, oh, she was expecting to have full access to everything, and um private support and this and that, and she didn't have what she needed, and then she was frustrated. And then I said, no
Yeah.
problem, I give your money back. I'm not here because I'm not here to get your money. If you're not satisfied, you're not fulfilled, I give your money back, like a year contract back. I don't want that. But the conditions are, we cannot give you access. Like, if you're paying this amount of money, like, it's like you go to a restaurant, you want, like, you go to a fancy restaurant and you want to pay $1 for everything, for your meal, for the service, for everything, drinks. It's not possible. And here I have struggled a lot already about giving people access and this and that, and people think that it's okay. It's you let me be here for free or for a small amount of money, like paying less, but someone is paying, and usually it's me with my blood, my soul. So I started to be like strategic, like, uh, we are offering French for free now, and it's free, but there is like a fee now to join the French group. We are asking, we are letting people join the training, the fluency training we have for free, but they need to pay 100 reais as a fee to attend, to start, just to filter, just to avoid parasites or people that are going to drain the community's blood, and there are a lot of them, especially. So when they don't pay. And the last group we had, that the group number 2, we had like almost 100 people joining for free, and and from 100, just 25% was really committed for the first assignment. So the other 75, they were here just to spend our money, because we spend money when someone gets in for free, and not complaining about it, just like breathing, it's not free. When you breathe the oxygen, there's energy around. So I think that's what bothers me the most. But when we have like I'm gonna give you a pretty clear example. Lurian, she started on French for free, the first group, and she has been involved, engaged. She participates. She's a nice person. She talks, and this is the kind of person that helps the community. Like being here, Lurian being here, it's good for community. So I hope the community gives back to her, like what she's looking for. So basically, that's what we need. So Daphne as well, or even people who pays. There are people who I had a person who paid for the English training process. She didn't even start it. Like I tried to meet, like to have a onboarding session, to explain, to plan things, and then the mentoring sessions live that we have, like in back there, it was private. After 8 months, and she the girl, she was in the group that we have with the host and everything. She had my WhatsApp number. She knew who I was, because I sold her the training. And after 8 months, she said she complained on Reclame Aqui, and she wanted her money back. And in situations like that, like the person didn't start, she didn't say anything. She didn't even went to go to the website to say, oh, I want to cancel this and that. No, she went right away to Reclame Aqui. And then we replied back. And in situations like this, like it's a year contract, after the guarantee, we don't give money back. You can complain what you want to complain, but of course there are situations and situations. But in a situation like this, I don't really give money back. People can like shout, complain, yell. I don't care. And if she was a nice person, I would like find a solution for her. Definitely. I find solutions for all students that are, they're here for something. They're not here to just spend time. So that's bothers me a lot. A lot. You have no idea. But I'm much better now after like it's been 9 years, but this way we are running things, it's been 5 years since the pandemic, in group and everything. So I'm much better now to handle situations like this. But in the beginning, it was really, really hard. I took it for granted,
Yeah.
and yeah.
You do a good job, because here many people have traumas with English, and you help the people deal with these traumas and overcome the fears, the negative thoughts is so important for society.
Yeah, and that's exactly the job. It's not English, it's not
Yeah.
French, it's not Spanish, and it's hard to explain. It's really hard. Like, how do I explain that you're gonna uh, get confident in English without corrections, So, of course, for someone who is starting out for the first time and doesn't know English at all, it's really, really, really challenging and hard. That's why we started the training course where we have steps, we have mentoring sessions every week, and it's in group and this and that. Usually, this training course it's for beginners, but we accept intermediate levels and also advanced. But the idea is really to help people start from scratch the most and then develop themselves. Because after 4 or 5 months, it gets really hard for the assignments. People need to deliver a video, and those videos are like a pain in the ass for me at least. Recording videos, it's really, really, really hard. It brings all the emotions you can imagine. And that's how we treat somehow the not that we solve or we cure traumas, but this environment helps people to understand, to deal, and to embrace their traumas,
Mhm.
to feel better. And then you start from there, you know.
Uh, Let me. I don't know if in this immersion I comment something about that. This week I was like struggling in a Excel sheet in my work, and the woman was there with me, my colleague. She was, no, this is right, and I said no. Let me say something here. Mathematics, math. I love math. Math is easy. If we don't have the results we need here, there is something wrong with in the formula. 1 plus 1 is like 2. This is not people. I said exactly like that to her. This is not people, because people are hard. People are deep. People has a deep feelings, complexity, a lot of things. This is mathematics. It's Excel. This is easy. I'm choosing this now. Because it's easy. We will solve, and we comment every part of the formula and my to know what it was wrong, easy. Just see like but with people you cannot, even like brothers or sisters, people has the same background, you cannot say they will have the same behavior with everyone, we are different. So uh we see this in communities, like in socials, all the time. I don't know why people just like to do that, but we are people. So of course this will happen, and all the time I'm thinking about the community, about all the time I see Philip changing the strategies, the rules, maybe let me try this now. And I'm thinking, like, in this time now, we are not selling language courses anymore. You are not, oh, be here to learn English, be here to learn French. Of course, this is a point, right? Like, it can be a result. But in the moment that we have AIs, technology, we can just do like learn in the other ways. We have translated, like work with AI. How you can say your business is this, So looks like you need to think a lot. You need to business is like that. You need to think a lot. You need to reinvent yourself. You need to reinvent your business. This is really tiring.
Yeah.
Really
And
tiring. The other day I saw your post about CLT, and I comment because of that, because for me, I know CLT is not the best, but I know what I have because of CLT. I don't need to work in the night. My work finish 6 p.m. You know, I have my night, my quality time for me. My weekend is mine, you know. I don't. So we have some kind of uh, good things because of CLT. Of course, I know there is some people from CLT that works more, okay? But I'm saying in general. So
Yeah.
you're not selling anymore a language, learning a language, you know? You are selling something else. You're selling community. You're selling the other kind of things. So this is and this is hard to sell because
Yeah.
it's depend of everyone. The same thing that for me it's important, maybe for the other one is nothing, you know. So you cannot. It looks like you cannot put in your hands the value for your service anymore because
Yeah.
it's becoming all the big thing. So
Yeah, and it's easier to sell an English course because everybody knows already what is it. So, for example, hey, you want to learn English? We have a course. But then people come here and they find a course that we are still updating the videos. And I don't think courses are going to help people through their English journey, but the opposite, it's going to baffle them with more content. And I don't believe people need more content. Um, so usually I say you have the course, but you don't need to follow the course itself. You don't need to watch the videos. You can just get the topic and you find the video on YouTube if you want to learn that topic. But doing that, it's gonna help you to speak. It's gonna help you to learn English. That's what Wise Up's doing. That's what Mario Vergara has been doing. That's what Fluency Academy does. Cambly, Open English, um, everyone. Everyone is selling this. Learn English. Everyone. And it's not wrong. And I learned that way, but I didn't learn how to speak with people, real people. So the idea of talk and talk is really, you can learn anywhere. You can hire a private teacher. I don't care. But even if you're speaking to your private teacher, you're not excelling the abilities of communication with other people. That's why we have YouTube broadcast. That's why we have the host position. Another thing that bothers me the most is people that are hosts here, and they are here to help people as hosts. They're not here to learn. It drives me crazy because it doesn't help people, it doesn't help community, and it doesn't help the person itself. Because when you're helping, you feel like there's no purpose for me anymore. I'm just like helping. Of course, helping is a purpose, but in the long term, you feel exhausted, you feel tired of helping. Because like start helping someone every day or every week, and you're not gonna see results, like clear results. And then you're gonna ask yourself, question yourself, and am I doing the right thing? And then there are hosts in here still, especially the older ones, they are here to help. And for me, okay, but they are losing an important period of their life, you know, that they could be evolving their English. And we need hosts still developing their English. There are hosts here that their English level is the same. It's been like 3-4 years and it's pretty much the same. Why am I here 6 a.m. in the morning speaking English? Because I don't have anything to do with my life? No, I have a purpose. I am here to practice my English. I need to keep pushing to learn vocabulary, especially. That's my goal. And to practice my listening skills. That's why I bring videos every day. And also to develop my routine in the morning. So it's clear. It's not to help Lurian. It's not to help Daphne. It's not to help Diogo. It's not to help Osvaldo. It's not to help anyone. It's to help me in first place. And of course, by helping me, I'm helping other people. So that's the mindset when you start as a host. You create a routine, and then you develop yourself. And then everybody else gets the benefit of it. So if you want to help someone, start earning money, having like a financial stability, a house of your own, and then you start helping other people. Otherwise, you're gonna struggle, you're gonna draw on your stuff, and then nobody gets the benefit. So, and it's really, really hard to put that in people's mind. So, because it's easier to put, it's like, I'm here to help Daphne. I'm here to help Ludian. It's easier for me. I'm not looking to myself. And like the problem, it's the issue, it's not me. The issue is Ludian, it's Daphne. So I need to help them. They're English and this and that. But I'm not looking in the mirror, you know? So this is something that's why I have been changing a lot of things in the business itself. Like every year for the last 5, we have changed things to run the business. So things that were working last year, it's not working anymore this year. And it's crazy. It really doesn't work. So we need to change. And I'm bringing this advanced fluency program now just to change the mindset of how people see their learning and how they pose themselves in here as a host and as a student. And most people think like the hosts are teachers. And it's hard for, like, if it's hard for people to understand that the hosts are not teachers, I think English is not the issue. I think the issue is something before that, you know? So, yeah, that's why it's so good sometimes to not have a topic to discuss. We can go anywhere. But at the same time, if I don't ask a question, people like you wait for me to ask a question, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Felipe, you'd say that the learn success involve more personality, the teacher, or the materials?
None. It involves your goals, your purpose, what you're looking for. If you don't have that clear in mind, it's crazy. Like, why I run a business? It's not worth it. It's like it's a disease. To run a business is really a disease. For real. It's not
Yeah,
worth it.
it makes sense.
It's better to have a contract in a company, to work as CLT in Brazil, or to have a contract with a company. It's much better, and you can have good results. You can have good money. You can buy your house. You can buy a car. You can travel the world. I had that already, but it didn't fulfill me. So I have really clear a purpose, what I want to do of my life and what I want to achieve before I die. It's really clear, and it's really hard to find. And it's not talk and talk. It's definitely not talk and talk. It's not language. But I struggle, but I know exactly what I need to do, and I do on my own pace. And this is something important to me. I need to respect my time, my pace. So something that should take a year for me takes 4. People who look on the outside, they don't get it. But for me, it's like that. I'm not rushing. I have like a lifetime, and I'm reaching my 40s, and it's scaring me a little. but at the same time, I still have more 40 years to go. Like if I take care of my health, you know? So I don't want to retire. I just want to live, and I'm not working, I'm living. And living is tiring, is it's exhausting, it's drains you. So I think to learn a language, everybody focus on the language itself. Oh, I need to be fluent. And that's the biggest mistake, in my opinion, because it's boring. The only people who enjoys uh, uh, the only people who enjoy learning languages are teachers. They love the language. And I've seen a lot of people in the community, they started loving the language and turns out to be teachers in the future. It's pretty normal. I have seen people changing careers because of Talk and Talk. They were this and they changed it to be teachers, English, Spanish, whatever. So, and when you love the language, you of course you're gonna try to learn everything you can. But if you're like a regular people as I am, you don't want to know everything. You just want to speak out, to be among people, to exchange, to help, to be helped. So, but why do you need English? What you're looking for? You know, I didn't choose English. When I started and I decided to teach, I love teaching, but English, it's not my favorite subject. But I started teaching or letting people know that I was offering math classes, physics classes, chemistry classes, Portuguese classes, and English classes. Fortunately or unfortunately, people started asking private English classes. And that's how I learned for real English when I started teaching, like the grammar itself and everything. And I started just like pretty much for free. Oh, I'm gonna teach you for free. And then I started like nowadays I like if someone wants private guidance or private classes with me, I charge 1,000 reais per month or 12 installments of 650 reais. That's the price. And I do that not because I believe it. I could make less, and I have one student that pays much less than that, but there's an exchange. But it's more about commitment. Last year, we had lots of private students here. Just 10% of them gave results. And the ones who gave results were the ones who paid more, who paid 5,000-6,000 reais per year. The others paid 3, 2.5, 3.5. They didn't do anything. And one of them, after 8 months, didn't do anything, wanted the money back. I'm not giving the money back. I can help you to start over if you wanted to, but deal is deal, you know? You can hire a lawyer, whatever. We have a lawyer here as well for that. But I'm not giving up on the deal we had. So I think what you're pursuing, it's more important than material, it's more important than the teacher, it's more important than the environment. So here's a good place in my opinion, because everybody's looking for something, not the same, but it's something. So you should look at that, what you're looking for behind English. English is just a cell phone. You do not love your cell phone. You love the apps you have, the pictures you take, the moments you can register in your phone, or the communication, the easier communication, you know. but the phone itself, it's useless. It's just a phone. But what you do with that, it's more important. You know, so just go ahead, someone. Just, I'm speaking too much.
I like when we don't have topics like today, that we don't need to follow any script, but at the same time I know I can do this now in English, in French, like in Spanish I cannot do that. If I do this, be all dependent of translated all the time, and I cannot be let the conversation be more fluent, you know. But I really like the some random things like that, because maybe like we start to speak about something, we just change all the conversation, but in the end is the same, you know, it's the same topic about who we want to be, about our goals. And you said about Daphne asked if his personality, classes, like, and I can say, and I totally agree that you just learn something, you just follow a path because of your goals, because of interest. You don't do anything, let me start this. No, if you don't have something big already, you know you cannot follow. You know, I can say for
And you
me, like
fail.
when I start French, yes, when I start French, it was because of that, because I have a goal, because I need to do that. So if you don't, if it's just something that you don't have any thing to take you back, you know, when you need. So I totally agree. In the end, is about who you want to be for yourself, I think,
Yeah.
what you want to
That's
learn.
why I didn't start French yet.
Yes, why you, I remember yourself like in the beginning, I will learn, I will learn, I will learn, I will learn. But you are there just to
Yeah.
more like a founder here in Talk and Talk than for yourself, you know. So
Yeah.
your goal is not like really truly for yourself. So
And I imagine that I have a dream or I need to learn French, and I have been trying for the past 20 years. It becomes
yeah,
a trauma because you start and you don't finish. You go to another place and you don't finish. You hire a teacher, you don't finish. You go to the country and you spend a month and then you go back, but the problem is not solved. Or you live in another country. I've seen lots, like I lived in Canada for almost a year. I've met lots of Brazilians that they don't speak English. They don't. So it's not English the problem. And there's no problem, you know. It's more like English, it's complicated because we know that we need English for everything, for our jobs, especially for our incomes, to pay bills. But and sometimes we need to just focus on that and go for it. But for me in French, I have no purpose at all to spend time learning French. I learned Spanish because of a girl, and that was the reason. I was involved with her, and then I met her out of the community. I brought her to the community, and she was a Spanish teacher. And then I started joining her talks, her Spanish immersions back in 2020. And that's how I started learning Spanish, because I hate Spanish, but I can't communicate myself. I don't say my Spanish is wow, but it helps me from time to time. But I need to keep going. I need to, join more immersions. I need to focus more. But I think being like I'm a A2, B1 if I'm too motivated in Spanish. That's enough for me by now, But if I need to really, I need to go for it, then I'm gonna like spend a month really immersed, 4 or 5 hours a day to spend on Spanish development. And for French, I have nothing. Maybe I'll have something because my girlfriend, she has some options for her career future. We don't know yet what's coming up next, but maybe French is gonna be needed for our lives, not just for me, but also for her. But it's hard when it's not hurting you, and people they want to learn a language when it hurts, and then it's too late. So I might start French as soon as possible.
Yes. So thank you.
Yeah, I think we're yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I speak English. I really don't feel I'm speaking English. English and Portuguese for me it's the same. I just like sometimes in English there are words that I don't know what to say, but it doesn't matter speaking English or Portuguese. And I want to achieve that in French and in Spanish as well. You know?
Wow. Do you pray English too?
No, but I learned when I was in Canada, I went to the church every Sunday and then I was baptized there. I my I haven't been baptized since like I have never been baptized actually. And then when I went to Canada, I was baptized for the first time, and it was a special moment. And I learned how to pray in English, and I learned lots of things. Of course, I don't remember quite well now to pray, like I need to remember. It's been like 6 months only
Oh, it's nice.
that I went back from Canada. But yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you for this therapy. I like
Yeah,
so much these words.
for me too. Thank you so much. It helps me a lot as well. Next week we're gonna be back and I'm gonna plan all the topics and questions for next week. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
So
See
Lydia
you.
and Daphne, have a great